Welcome to Secret Love Channel. Feeling peaceful and calm in a man's arms is a miracle that not everyone is lucky enough to experience. He doesn't need to say too much. Just being close to you is enough to ease the stress in life. What's special is that his smallest actions make you feel loved, respected, and want to be closer than ever. But how to recognize a man with that power? The signs below will help you discover that. 1. He is always the one who makes you smile. The special man to you may not like backpacking, but he is willing to be a motorbike taxi for you to enjoy traveling. He will not do things that you hate, just because he is sitting next to you. He also turns himself into a funny joker whenever you are angry or unhappy about something. Everything he does is aimed at making you smile. With him, you not only feel peaceful and happy, but you also see everything in life simpler and rosier, thanks to the joy and smiles he brings. Having a boyfriend like that, you certainly know how to hold on tight, right? Cherish the man who always brings you smiles, because that is the clearest proof of his sincere love and care. 2. He understands you deeply. A special man to you must first of all understand you deeply. When you make him laugh, he will understand that you are joking, not being serious. When you write a moody status on Facebook, he will know exactly what you are going through without asking directly. Sometimes, without you saying anything, he can guess what you are thinking, what you want to express, and what you want to do. There are situations where you will be surprised because he gives you the right gift, takes you to the right restaurant where your signature dish is. He is special to you because whatever he says and is exactly what you want and can guess all the things you want. The man who understands you from the smallest things is the one who deserves your respect and preservation. 3. He has a great memory about you. The special man to you is not a genius with an outstanding IQ, but he can remember everything about you from the most trivial things. He remembers the color of the shirt you wore on your first date, the movies you like, the colors you love, the drink you love. One fine day, you will receive 1,000 roses from him, just because of a joke while watching a movie. I wish I could be like her. I would like to follow you for the rest of my life if a guy gave me that giant bouquet of flowers. He remembers things about you that you yourself have forgotten. That is exactly the person who truly loves you. The person who really cares about the smallest things about you. A man who cherishes every detail about you is the one who loves you with all his heart, not just with words. 4. He has a special connection with you. Surely in life, there are many people you care about, but unlike normal people, when they are insecure, you hope they will worry less. As for the man who has a special place in your heart, when he is sad, you feel the pain in your heart. Between you and him, there is an emotional similarity, a special connection that makes you feel like you are sometimes living with his emotions. 5. He knows how to make you happy. Unlike ordinary men, he is special in that he knows exactly how to make you happy. Even when you are sad and gloomy, you can rarely be angry with him because even when faced with the most ironic situations, he still provides you with an optimistic solution. One of the things that makes him special to you is that when you are with him, you clearly feel the happiness that you have never experienced before. In other words, he knows how to make you happier today than yesterday, and happier tomorrow than today. When you are with him, you feel like you are the happiest person in the world. 6. He has a strong attraction to you. When you kiss him, you feel a clear difference compared to all the people you have kissed before. Even just sitting next to each other, you can feel his attraction. You feel comfortable being with and talking to him, so you never worry about hiding yourself, only showing good things in front of him. Sometimes without waiting for him to kiss, you are willing to be proactive because you want to receive sweetness in the kiss with him. If you have followed this far, please leave a comment. I want to be happy forever. That is, you will give us more motivation to make more meaningful videos. If you have not clicked like, please give the video one like. If you have not subscribed to the channel, Please subscribe to the channel to support. We will give you a heart. Thank you very much. 7. He maintains balance in his life. He loves you passionately, but he always knows how to keep a distance in the love of the two of you. He knows that you are a girl who is independent enough to take good care of yourself. On the other hand, he knows how to appear at the right time when you need help. Somehow, he always maintains a balance between himself, lover to bring you happiness and help you maintain privacy in your life. The love of a man who always makes you smile does not come from far-fetched things, but from simple but sincere and loving actions. He brings peace, care and always makes you feel like you are the most important thing in his life. That is the love you deserve, and it will be the motivation to help you firmly overcome all challenges in life. Cherish the moments with that man, because that is the most precious thing in love. Sophie is an active, life-loving girl, but sometimes, she also encounters dark days when work and life are not as expected. On days like that, Ethan, her lover, always appears like a bright light, pulling her out of negative emotions. Ethan is not only the ideal boyfriend, but also the one who makes Sophie feel protected and loved. One day, Sophie was criticized by her boss for a small mistake in her report. She was in a bad mood all day. As soon as she got off work, she received a text message from Ethan. "I'm waiting for you downstairs." There's a surprise. Sophie walked down and saw Ethan sitting on his familiar motorbike, holding a box of matcha ice cream that she loved. "Get on the bike. I'll take you to relieve yourself," Ethan said with a bright smile. Although she was tired, Sophie couldn't help but smile. Ethan took her to a riverside road, where the shimmering lights reflected on the water. He took a small speaker from his backpack and played Sophie's favorite song. "The whole world can make you sad, but I will do everything to make you happy," he said. Sophie laughed, feeling all her fatigue disappear. Not only that, Ethan is also a very delicate person. Once, when Sophie casually said, "I wish I could see a symphony concert once in my life," Ethan secretly searched for tickets. One night, he unexpectedly gave her 2 tickets to a performance by a famous symphony orchestra. Sophie was so surprised that she almost cried. "You remember things I said in passing," she said, touched. However, the most surprising thing happened on a rainy day. Sophie received a call from an unknown number. "Hello. I'm a delivery driver. There's a gift for you." Sophie took the gift box and opened it. Inside was a green umbrella with the words, "Rain or shine, I will always protect you." It was an umbrella that Ethan designed himself. He wanted to remind Sophie that, no matter what, he would always be by her side. Another time, Sophie was surprised to discover that Ethan had secretly helped her family in difficult times. When Sophie's mother was sick, Ethan quietly sent medicine and food to the house. He never talked about it, only gently saying, "Your family is also my family." Ethan is not a perfect person. He is clumsy at cooking and often forgets to bring his wallet. But it is those little things that make Sophie love him more. Ethan is not the handsome guy type in romance novels, but he always knows how to make Sophie smile, whether with great actions or simple gestures. One day, while walking in the park, Ethan suddenly knelt down in front of Sophie, holding out a small box. "I can't promise to make you smile every day, but I promise to always try. Will you agree to be the woman I want to protect for the rest of my life?" Sophie was moved to tears and nodded. From that moment, Sophie realized that not everyone has a man like Ethan, who is not perfect but always gives her the most complete love. She knows she is lucky. And above all, she understands that love is not in words, but in actions that come from the heart. This is the gains and losses of loving a rich man. Let's find out more. Dating a rich man can bring you splendid and fascinating experiences. From lavish parties, luxury trips to expensive gifts. Life with a rich guy is sometimes like entering a fairy tale world. But behind the glitz, do you really find complete happiness? Sometimes, what you get from this relationship comes with pressure, loneliness, or things you never thought of. Let's explore deeper to understand the gains and losses when loving a rich man. The main advantages are: 1. You will rarely have to take out your wallet. When your lover is a rich guy, your wallet is at risk of getting moldy because you rarely have to touch it. In other words, he is financially well off and willing to pay for everything for you, from love expenses to things you need to spend on yourself. You also have the opportunity to show off to your friends because of your lover's elegant behavior in all situations if he is rich. 2. That is, you are shared with the connoisseurship in all fields. Rich guys can easily distinguish Dior from Chanel. Know which restaurant is delicious, which dish is unique, which dress suits you. This, few, ordinary guys are connoisseur enough to share with you. Being with him, you also have the opportunity to expand your knowledge in areas that you have never known before. 3. Your mother will be very happy when you love a rich guy. Your mother and family will definitely be extremely happy with your choice, because they always think that a rich guy will give you the perfect ticket to fly into a bright future. There will be no story of your love being forbidden or you falling into an awkward situation when your family is not satisfied with your lover. 4. You get whatever you want. When your man is a rich man, he can afford to give you anything that can be bought with money. Moreover, there is a fact that rich men often do, which is that they like to pamper women. They will not hesitate to open their wallets for you to have the most luxurious items such as diamonds, cars, houses. They will also spend money for you to enjoy the craziest hobbies such as sightseeing on the tallest building or organizing an extravagant birthday party. When you love a rich man, you will not lack anything. From luxurious gifts to wonderful experiences, everything seems to be possible. 5. Your future is guaranteed. When you love a rich guy, you do not need to wait for him to put aside his personal matters to take care of his big career. He can marry you as soon as he is wet behind the ears in the profession and still ensure you a bright future. You also do not need to take advantage of your youth to worry about plowing, so that the two of you can soon have a happy home and think about getting married. Because he is ready for all those big things. You never worry about your love being interrupted because he is busy making money. The worry about life after marriage is also unlikely to come true when you love a rich guy. And this is also a disadvantage. Let's find out together. 1. That is, you will always have to catch up with him. If you are not lucky enough to be born into a rich family and your lover is a rich young man, behind the luck that everyone sees, there is a disadvantage that only you know, which is that you always have to catch up with him. There will be times when you feel out of breath and exhausted because you cannot keep up. Simply because you come from another world and his world, where you step into, is completely strange. There will be a big gap between you and his friends, relatives, lifestyle, that you will have difficulty integrating into. Uncomfortable, fake, stiff, are the feelings that are easily noticed in a normal girl with a rich lover. 2. He may be someone who likes to dominate you. The downside of a rich guy is that he tends to dominate others, especially his woman. He wants to impose his eating habits, the way he dresses, talks, behaves, on you. He will not accept you going out past 9 p.m. without asking for permission. He is also not satisfied with you doing everything your own way. Wealth is often associated with power, so rich men tend to like to direct and possess others. This is also a disadvantage for you when you love a rich guy. When you love a rich man, you may face pressure from his power and control, which can reduce the freedom in the relationship. 3. His mother may not like you. Rich boys often have a strict mother in choosing a girlfriend for their children. And if you are an ordinary girl, with a family background inferior to his, it is likely that his mother will not like you and oppose your relationship. In his mother's mind, you are just a gold digger, and love her son for the purpose of taking advantage of money. 4. He may not want you to go to work. When your boyfriend earns millions of dong every day, in his eyes, your 8-hour job with a meager salary becomes meaningless. While he can afford to take you out to fancy restaurants and travel to luxurious places, he will find it completely worthless to buy more wrinkles on your face because of staying up late to work. He will want you to stay home and just hang around the kitchen in the house. And you know, the sadness and boredom of a person without a job, always hanging around alone at home, will quickly surround you. 5. When he leaves, you will feel like falling from the sky to the ground. Suppose your love cannot continue. You will be extremely disappointed when he breaks up with you. The world around you seems to collapse right under your feet since that rich guy no longer loves you. And in your heart at that time, you always think that he left you for a rich girl, financially more compatible with him. Loving a rich man can bring you glamour, comfort, and many opportunities that you never thought of. But at the same time, it also requires you to face challenges, sacrifices, and sometimes invisible pressures. Most importantly, love is not only based on material things but also on empathy, respect, and sharing. If you find a man who is both rich and truly loves you, it is definitely a precious gift. But if not, always remember that your value does not lie in what others possess, but in who you are and how you live happily. Olivia is a girl from a middle-class family in the suburbs, where big dreams are often limited to the story of a full and peaceful life. Her life began to change since the day she met James, a rich guy with an elegant and gallant demeanor, always appearing with expensive cars and high-class suits. James met Olivia at a friend's birthday party. Olivia walked in with a confident appearance, a bright smile, attracting all eyes. James, from the very first moment, felt her charm and grace. They chatted and, right at the first meeting, James asked Olivia out alone. The first date was at a luxurious restaurant, located on the top floor of the city. Olivia, who was used to simple cafes, felt overwhelmed by the splendid space. James took her to enjoy exquisite French dishes, taught her how to use knives and forks properly, and explained each type of wine. From then on, Olivia's life changed. James often took her shopping, chose luxurious outfits for her, and organized surprise trips abroad. People around her began to be jealous, gossiping that Olivia was lucky to have a perfect man like James. However, not long after, Olivia realized that love with James was not all rosy. James began to set strict rules. You cannot wear skirts that are too short when not with me. Your friends are not worthy of your current class. Once, at a party with James's partners, Olivia accidentally mispronounced the name of a famous brand. Immediately, James pulled her aside, his voice stern. You should learn to save face for me in front of others. Feelings of shame and pressure began to creep into Olivia. The relationship became serious and Olivia was introduced to James's mother, a powerful and shrewd woman. The meeting did not go smoothly. James's mother tactfully asked about Olivia's family background, even implying that Olivia was aiming at James's fortune. Once, she said directly to James in front of Olivia, "Have you thought about it? Is such an ordinary girl worthy of you?" Although James protected Olivia, she couldn't help but feel hurt. Gradually, Olivia felt lost. The lavish parties and expensive gifts no longer brought her joy. James became increasingly busy with work and long business trips. Every time Olivia texted to ask, he just replied vaguely, "I'm busy. Take care of yourself." Once, when Olivia was sick, lying alone in the luxurious apartment James bought for her, she realized that, beyond all the glitz, what she really needed was care and sincere love. One day, James took Olivia to a charity auction. He was extremely busy with important relationships, leaving Olivia to fend for herself. While chatting with a guest, Olivia accidentally heard a rumor that James was engaged to a rich young lady abroad. The news was like a thunderbolt. That night, Olivia decided to ask James directly. He was silent, then said, "Yes, it was an arranged marriage by my family. But I love you." Olivia felt her heart broken. Olivia decided to leave James. She returned the gifts, the apartment, and returned to her simple life. In the early days, Olivia was heartbroken, but she realized that she had learned a lot from this relationship. Self-worth does not lie in the material or wealth of others, but in living true to her own feelings and freedom. Loving a rich person is not always a fairy tale. Behind the splendor or pressures, losses, and sometimes trade-offs, the most important thing, as Olivia realized, is to find someone who truly appreciates you, regardless of whether they are rich or poor. That is why you always want him to laugh, to be happy, and he also hopes the same for you. If you find the video useful, please share it with others. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next video.